Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to codingscientist.com. You are watching Hacking Raspberry Pi. Alright guys, so in this lesson I am going to show you how to hook up an ultrasonic sensor to your Raspberry Pi. So this is the first time we are going to access the GPIO pins, and I hope you definitely get used. I'm sure you guys have taken the printout of the GPIO pin architecture drawing which I shared in previous lessons, right? So if not, go ahead and take a printout, keep it next to your Raspberry Pi so that you can map the pins accurately without any mistake. So take a look at this circuit, guys. So you need to basically use a breadboard with HCSR04 ultrasonic sensor and two different resistors. 1k or 1.5k kilo ohms resistor should be fine. So basically you are hooking up the ground pin and the VCC pin of ultrasonic sensor to your 5 volt and ground pin of Raspberry Pi, which is what it shows here. And then there are two parallel resistor which goes to the ground and the trigger pin. It's a pretty straightforward circuit. In case if you want to understand more details about the circuit, I can definitely help you with that. Most important thing, guys, you need to understand how the ultrasonic sensor works. There are loads of open source videos and tutorials in the Google. You can go ahead and search. There are loads of material. That is not my intention in this particular series, because this is a kind of little fast track where you will get hands on into playing around with the codes and plug into the circuits and make things work. That's the ultimate goal. So go ahead and build this particular circuit, and let's move on to the VNC server so that I can show you what exactly the Python code looks like. So open up the Thorny IDE and make sure that you save the file as ultrasonic.py or any other name you want to give. So this is the MicroPython code. Basically, we are importing the GPIO pins from RPI OS as GPIO and importing the time. The trig and echo is set to 21 and 22 as a measurement distance, and we are taking that into the loop while printing, waiting for sensor to settle, distance measurements in progress, and then we will print the exact distance after the pulse width is being detected. So I'm not going to explain line by line code. I'm expecting you guys to have little bit of understanding about the Python programming. In case if you don't, you might want to look into my excuse me, parallel series on Python programming using Jetson Nano and any other platforms. So go ahead, pick up this code. I'll leave the link which is part of my GitHub. Take the code, and the circuit drawing is also attached. Go ahead and run this code. So once you run this code, so it's going to say, okay, can you see at the bottom? All right, waiting for sensor to settle. All right, measurement in progress. So code seems to be working, but there seems to be a lag, or maybe it could be a problem with the ultrasonic sensor itself. Let's try to debug, guys. So what's happening? Let me go to my circuit and let's see what's happening. So this is the way I hooked it up. So probably both the resistors are connected properly. The wiring seems to be good. Okay, I don't see any issue with the ultrasonic sensor. Maybe I need to replace this and see what happens. Sometimes, these are low cost sensors, guys. We never know which is default by, which comes as a defective piece, or sometimes it's in a different dicey kind of situation. So we might want to actually look at the sensor, because there is no way that resistors might be damaged, because it's just a kind of simple carbon composite. Well, let's take a look. Now what it says, now the VNC, my program still says it's waiting for sensor measurement in progress. Let me just try to shake the wiring and see if anything happens. I don't see any sign, but the good part is The code seems to be working, and I seriously suspect there is a problem with the sensor. So, guys, these are some kind of troubleshooting tips I would like to give so that you guys get used to troubleshooting aspects. Make sure that your pins are accurately connected, especially the positive and the negative. That is the 5 volt and the ground pin, which is the black wire, and then the trig and echo pin has to go into a different GPIO pin, which is pin number 39 and 40, sorry, 37, 38 and 40, right? So make sure those are hooked up correctly, and you guys need to get back to me once you finish this project. I showed you the circuit, I showed you the code, the Python, MicroPython code. Now it's up to you how you are going to troubleshoot this and fix it. I know what the problem is, but I do not want to really disclose it here because I want you guys to practice and get back to me. Once you leave your comments below or reach out to me one-on-one with what you figured out and what you found could be the problem, or if you are not able to figure out, that's also fine. I will help you one-on-one to fix and troubleshoot. It's a pretty simple issue. I will see you soon in the next lesson. Goodbye.